Thank you for joining me today. This is Stephanie with Trillium Tarot, and for this video, I am going to be showing you the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. Now, this is another one that has a lot of gold on it, so it's been a challenge to get the lighting somewhat close to helpful. So please bear with me as I show you what these cards look like. This deck does come with a couple of extra Major Arcana cards as well. So I will show you what those look like as we get through the Major Arcana. So let's start with the Fool. And I'm not sure, well, the lighting doesn't look the greatest for that card. Maybe it'll look better for the second one. Yeah, that one looks better. If I shift position. How about if oh, that seemed to help a lot. We'll go with that. I pulled the curtains closed, so I kind of feel like I'm in a disco with this light going on, but at least the cards show up decently for you. So, gotta focus. Saw a squirrel, something shiny. And now we're going to look at the High Priestess. And you can see that the card is right next to the overlay for the deck. This High Priestess card happens to be the cover for the deck itself. Here we have the Empress, and followed immediately by the Emperor. See, it's still kind of struggling to focus, so we'll see if I need to make another adjustment. This is the Hierophant. So far we're staying true to the names of the cards in the traditional Rider-Waite decks. Here we see the Lovers and the Chariot. Now this one is a bit unusual because it doesn't have two sphinxes or a horse or anything like that. It's just a gentleman in a tarot or in a chariot. Here we have the Strength card. Looks like that one focused. So now we'll move on to the Hermit. And you can see that the star in his lantern is also gilded on this deck. This is a really beautiful deck to work with. We're looking at the Wheel of Fortune, followed by Justice. So this Justice card is not blindfolded, but she does have the Sword of Truth and the Scales, as well as the Owl, which I believe is the animal most associated with Athena, the goddess of wisdom. We're looking now at the Hanged Man. He's got himself in that position, and he's in control of being upside down or when to let himself down, but he chose to put himself there. Here we see the Death card. There's no flag, no black horse, but if you look closely, you can see that the face of this figure is a skull. So that's the best indication that this is a Death card, and there's somebody grieving right there on the lower right-hand corner of the card. Here we have the Temperance card with the two vessels flowing into each other. And here we have the Devil. There are the two people in the foreground. It's a little bit difficult to see in this lighting, but there's the lady and there's somebody else over there. And that Devil just looks creepy to me. Not the worst I've seen, but he just looks really creepy to me. Here we have the Tower. It almost looks like it could be a more modern building rather than the traditional tower that you see on these cards. Here's the Star. Then we look at the Moon. You can see the moon at the top there. Look back at the star. Yep, she's got stars at the top. So then we have the moon at the top of the card here. Here's the Sun card. So the sun itself and its rays are illuminated to differentiate it from the other cards. Here we have Judgment. And the end of the traditional Major Arcana is the World card. It has that wreath-like circle that is prolific in other tarot decks, and it also has the four representations of the elements. the astrological associations. Now, I mentioned that this deck comes with a couple of extra major arcana cards. So first, we have the Well, which is card number 22. And I haven't looked at the book at all to take a look at what these extra major arcana cards, what the meaning is behind them. But you can either choose to leave these cards in the deck or take them out. If you're just somebody who's just learning, I would suggest taking them out because they'll just kind of muddy the waters. You need to have a firm foundation on the cards that are traditionally represented before you muck around with extras. So we go from the Well to the Artist. And those are the only two extra cards in this particular deck. So now let's take a look at the Suit of Swords. So this card shows the Ace of Swords. I'm wondering if I close this other curtain part way. That may or may not help. Let's try. It's a regular light. Oh, good. My cat is supervising. That's helpful. All right. So I'm going to have to reset myself here a little bit. I'm going to hold the cat in one hand and do the cards with the other hand. So there you have the Ace of Swords. And we'll follow that by the Two of Swords. Yes, I know. Here's the Three of Swords. And the Four of Swords. Here's the Five of Swords. I'm not staying very center on my camera since I'm doing this one-handed. There's the Six of Swords. One of these days I'll show you what the little turkey looks like. Here's the Seven of Swords. And the Eight of Swords. Here's the Nine of Swords. The lady having, let's see if I can get, she's got nightmares and scary stuff going on in her head. And here's the Ten of Swords. Then we move on to the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and we'll wrap up the suit with the King of Swords. So I'll move these cards. And now we'll look at the Suit of Wands. You may get a little furry head in the camera here because she jumped right out of my arm. So now I have two hands again. Here's the Ace of Wands, and now we're looking at the Two of Wands. Oh, good. Move on. You don't need to stand right there. Okay, let's see if I can move you over there and then get myself reset. My Lord. Okay. Gotta love having the little helpers. All right, we're going from Two of Wands to Three of Wands. Then we'll go to the Four of Wands. I'm going to try and speed up a bit here because cat help is always so helpful. Five of Wands, and I don't want this video to be too terribly long. Here's the Six of Wands. And the Seven of Wands. You see my camera angle is off. Surprise, surprise. Then we go to the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Wands, followed by the Ten of Wands. This guy was smarter about how to carry that burden. He at least got it in a bag, but it's still a burden. Here we have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands with her black cat, and finally the King of Wands with that salamander. So moving on to the Suit of Cups. There's the Ace, and then we see the 2. No people represented on this one, but the symbolism is the same. The 3 of Cups. This one does show the people in the celebration. The 4 of Cups. Instead of a hand extending that 4th cup, this one is coming in to the picture on wings. The 5 of Cups. Grief, loss, crying. The 6 of Cups. A couple of kids happily playing in the sunshine without a care in the world. Then we have the 7 of Cups. The 8 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups, or that happy family. A couple looking at an infant. Here we have a Page of Cups that was surprised by that fish in the cup, and she's holding it away from her like, oh, hell no. Then we have the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. I wish you guys could see how these are illuminated from my perspective, because on this, when I look at this card, her crown is all gilded, so it reflects the light quite beautifully. And we'll wrap up the suit with the King of Cups. And again, his crown is shiny from my perspective too. And it's all gilded. You can see the reflection there. This is a beautiful deck. It just doesn't transfer well to video. All right, so I'm already at almost 13 minutes. So let's go through this Suit of Pentacles and call it done. So there we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles. So this person is dancing more so than juggling, but I guess this person is balancing the 2. Here's the 3 of Pentacles, the workman going over the plans, or figuring out how to do something, starting a project. The 4 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles. Here's the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles, the farmer or the gardener with the hoe over his shoulders, just hanging out, watching his plants grow. The 8 of Pentacles, an individual hard at work, keeping the nose to the grindstone and continuing to work on the project. The 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and all we have left are the court cards for the Pentacles. So here's the Page, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. You can see that pentacle is shiny. And finally, the King of Pentacles. I hope this video was helpful for you to kind of view before you buy. If you do decide, gosh, I need coffee or something. If you do decide to purchase this deck, please do go through the affiliate link in the description of this video. And for additional resources and information about my studies in tarot, some good tips, a calendar of YouTube readers, the way to find my Tarot Quick Reference Guide on Etsy. You can find all of that information at trilliumtarot.com. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.